You even know what happened in that game? This is why I said this guy doesn't watch basketball. Not a bold take for you to say this team is not going to work whatsoever and it's a terrible defensive team after 2 games? You watched 2 games and you said, yeah, they're a pretender. They can't contend whatsoever. 2 games? Child, bro. You're a child. You are a child. You're a baby boo-boo baby. That's what you are. You're a baby boo-boo. Video guys, if you know who I am, you know what I do. If you don't know who I am a React content creator. I like to react to everything that is basketball, get my basketball insight. I also like to react to drama, TikTok, YouTube, bullshit, brain rot. So if you like someone that's going to make you laugh, numb your mind, I got you. And if you like someone who got some good basketball insight and, you know, doesn't just talk about one player and how much he hates them, I got you. So today we're going to watch another video by Uncut Hoops. LeBron James is ruining Luka Doncic. So let's get this started. His comment section ain't no better. Oh my god. Yeah, so, oh, by the way, I do my content live, so if you ever want to stop in my live, go ahead. We'll go ahead and read some of his comments after the fact, because I feel like I'm going to rage out at this video, and I don't want to get heated off the bat. So let's just start it, okay? Let's have fun.
There's going to be some serious growing pains when those two try to play together. Now, they're both great players, don't get me wrong, but LeBron wants the ball, and Luka definitely wants the ball. So
I don't understand. I don't want to attack Charles too much on here, but I don't understand why we say this when we saw him play off ball with Dwayne Wade, when we saw him play off ball with Kyrie, when we even saw him play off ball with Westbrook. I don't understand why this narratives continue for years. It's been years. It's literally been years. Like, how much longer does LeBron have to play off the ball for people to say, oh, he actually is good playing off the ball? And he's played off the ball when they were playing against the Nuggets. Played a decent amount off the ball. Okay? So I don't understand. I don't know how many times LeBron has to play off ball for people to go, oh, he can play off the ball. Like, I don't know why this is even a conversation still.
So it's going to be very interesting how that work out.
Reeves right back to LeBron, little 2-man game. James, he's before mentioned Williams. LeBron taking his time and back in.
Are you seriously cherry picking one game? You're going to cherry pick one game? Wait, when was this video made? 3 days ago? Okay. Well, I find it kind of funny that you want to wait until, like, the second game. Because the Charlotte game was the second game, right? No, he played against the Jazz, both Jazz games. Played against Charlotte, sat out against Portland. I believe he sat out against Portland, and then played the following game against the Nuggets. So this is Luka's 3rd game, and you're going to be like, hey, this is how they play? I find this funny. Why didn't you show the Jazz game where they won? I know you want to show the Hornets game. You're probably going to show the other Jazz game that they lost. Like, this is what I'm saying. This guy is narrative driven. He doesn't like LeBron. He doesn't care to get any facts of the matter. He just wants to try to drive his fucking narrative through that he hates LeBron and he wants you guys to feel the same. That's it.
Backing in. Here comes LeBron. He spins. Goes the other way. Williams really stayed. Lakers are down by 3. Here's LeBron going to get a good look at it. Straight away. Not there. Still with an opportunity to tie the game.
Luka and LeBron could get 30 each, but
why are you... Do you even know what happened in that game? This is why I said this guy doesn't watch basketball. Because he doesn't. He quite literally doesn't watch basketball. But that's fine. I can look it up for you since you don't know. Because Luka did not play well that game. That's why LeBron got the ball in his hands. Because LeBron, if I'm not mistaken, was around 50% from 3. Luka only made 1. Let me go ahead and look this up. I could be wrong. I might be completely talking out my ass here. Where's the box score? Give me box score. There we go. Let's look at the box score here. So LeBron. So he was 4 of 11 from 3. Okay, so he wasn't, he was not 50%. But he was 4 of 11. Luka, 1 of 9. 5 of 18. Like, he did not play good. He was not efficient. He wasn't hitting his shots. He even looked kind of off. That's why I made my whole video, if you guys want to go back on my channel, when they were talking about, Lowe was talking about what the Lakers needed to win the championship, and I said Luka seemed distraught, and I want to see Luka do good because it doesn't seem like Luka's there mentally. But again, LeBron was more efficient than Luka. LeBron was more efficient from three than Luka. So LeBron took the shot. That's all it was. And it's always going to be plays where people are standing around. Literally everyone has their moments. Exactly. Like, he's cherry picking moments that he can show that's going to prove his narrative. But he doesn't actually, like, pull up the box score. Why don't you talk about that? Talk about the fact that Luka wasn't that efficient this night, you know? He was good as far as rebounds and assists go. He was decent. But as far as, like, him being efficient, he just wasn't good. So it probably makes sense that LeBron got the ball in his hand in the last shot. And, you know, he had 2 chances and he didn't get it. That is true. But talk about why LeBron even had the ball in his hand. You're making it seem like it makes no sense that LeBron has the ball in his hand. You have Luka. When Luka was not playing that well. Like, it's just... not watching basketball mixed with hating a guy equals blow up in channel. It's so insane. It's so insane.
They can't compete
Greg,
on the backboard.
Greg. And they both can give up 30.
Yeah.
So now you're gonna say that they're lackluster in defense? Is that what we're gonna go with? Did you not see them play the Nuggets? This is what... And again, I understand that this video was made beforehand, but I'm not going to have a single ounce of charity with you because you're the one that decided to make this video when Luka Doncic was 3 games into his fucking career with the Lakers. I didn't tell you to make this video. You did. You didn't want to wait until the season was over. You didn't even want to wait until midway through, like at least until the playoffs start. You know, you can wait until the season, like, is about to end and the playoffs are about to start. You can wait 10 games even. 10, 15 games if you wanted to. You decided to make this video 3 games into Luka's career with the Lakers. And now you look absolutely fucking dumb, especially after the fucking boots to ass kicking that the Lakers gave the Nuggets and the defensive energy that they had on that game that you could have watched and you could have waited and held off on this video, but you didn't want to. You saw that the Lakers had 2 bad games against the Jazz and against the Hornets, and you said, bet, I'm ready. It's time to make a video on the Lakers to talk about how terrible they are. Boom! It's game time. Okay. So blame yourself. I have no charity for this creator because I reacted to a video of him before. I'm going to tag that video at the end of this one. I reacted to one of his videos before. I have no charity for him because he's just full of shit. So I'm not going to sit here and be nice to him. Absolutely not. You could have waited to make this video. So now I'm not even sure if I'm gonna rage out that much. I think I'm ready to just call you out on your bullshit. I feel like I'm gonna be able to call you out on everything since you decided to make a video 3 games into Luka's career and now you look ridiculous after 1. So
Collier. He turned the 6-game winning streak. Hachimura. That little block. Doncic is on LaMelo, but he's getting ready to do a step back for 3. Hands it off to Williams. By 3, Clarkson controls the handle against Luka. Inside out, Walker's there, reverse it.
Bro, I can literally see you like bad defensive sets in their game against Denver. And that was a game that they held Denver to 100 points. And Denver was averaging 128. Jokic shot 7 field goals. Like, I can show you bad defensive sets in that game. But guess what? It was an amazing defensive effort from the Lakers. Why? Because they held Denver to 100 and they won by 20. But you want to show me clips of them playing poorly against the Jazz and the Hornets and you're going to say, boom, terrible team. I already know where he's going with this argument. He's going to talk about how they're a terrible defensive team, although I believe they're like 13th in defensive rating. And he's going to talk about how they're actually not going to be able to win a championship because their defensive energy is just so terrible. And Luka and LeBron are going to give up so many points, even though Luka had a few steals and a block himself, and LeBron had 3 blocks against the Nuggets. But that's okay.
Well, I think it's not good.
Want to be a little more specific?
There's good and there's not good. This is not good.
When it comes to the Luka-LeBron James duo, undoubtedly 2 of the best offensive players in the NBA have joined forces. But looking at these 2 as a duo,
This guy takes ridiculous amount of pauses. I know sometimes I take pauses myself when I react, but we're at 1.25 speed. I sped it up and he's still sounding slow. Sorry, I'm not trying to attack him too much. It's just no charitability. I don't like people who just don't watch basketball, but feel like they have a lot to say, but nothing to back it on.
Lukewarm, to say the least. I was looking at these two players. It's almost a video game type duo, a 2K duo, that of course in that game looks fantastic, but actually in reality on the floor is pretty suspect. Now, with that being said, when it comes to the media, they've basically given up on having any doubt, any reservations this team won't work or thrive in the postseason.
Biggest sleeper in the West is?
I would say the Lakers, because Luka and LeBron is not something that I could sleep on because of the impact that dynamic duo.
Holy crap. We legitimately can win a championship.
You know what? Yes. I think they are contenders.
If the Lakers get the OKC Thunder in the Western Conference, we are going to the NBA Finals.
Did I miss a 5 o'clock free crack?
Lakers have been number one in defense like the last 19 games or something like that, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I believe I heard that as well. You're not the only one, and I believe a lot of those games were without Anthony Davis. I'm just not sure how I would even look that up. I know they're 13th overall in the season as far as defensive rating, but we also got to understand, and I bet you would even understand, the one who just got King Kev in my comment section, I bet you would even understand that the Lakers in the beginning of the season were not a good defensive team. They just weren't. They were a very bad defensive team, and then they picked up, right, midway through the season, and the defensive rating has been insane, especially the last 19 games. So it's kind of hard to look up something like, oh, what happened in the last 19 games? Really, like the analysts and shit, I heard it from them. So I guess we could look up an analyst, but I don't know. We can maybe look that up. I guess I would look up. Let me see if I can find it first. If I not just assume it. Last 20 games defensive rating NBA. Thunder is the best. Lakers is the third. Okay, so this is cool. So thank you for making that comment. You weren't right. They're not first, the Thunder are, but they are third. They're right behind the Celtics and the Thunder. They're the third best team defensively in the last 20 games. And keep in mind, most of these games without Anthony Davis, because when Anthony Davis was there, he was dealing with injury. So, I wonder what he's going to say. I got a question. Do we think he's going to know this information? Do you think he's going to talk about this information? Or do you think he's just going to talk about the fact that the Lakers are 13th overall, defensively, defensive rating. I believe the 13th overall. Right? Yeah, their defensive rating is 13th overall. But, again, the last 20 games, they've been third overall. But do you think he's going to bring that up? I don't think so. You think so? I don't think so.
Giveaway.
So, stopping Shannon Sharp right there, saying Western Conference Finals after 1.5 games is just a very, very bold take that border.
Hold on. It's a bold take for Shannon to say Western Conference Finals after 1.5 games, but it's not a bold take for you to say this team is not going to work whatsoever and it's a terrible defensive team after 2 games? After Luka was coming off a calf injury? And playing restricted minutes in one of them? Get out of here, bro.
On insanity. As looking at both their games versus the Jazz, I'm seeing more negative things, more drawbacks, than actual positive things in regards to LeBron and Luka duo. And looking at their so-called big three, that being Luka, LeBron, and Reeves, all those guys on defense are suspect at best.
Reeves has picked up defensively, especially this year. Luka, I can understand, was my question about him as far as like his defensive efficiency, but it seems like his energy is definitely there, especially since he had a few steals against the Nuggets, and LeBron just got 3 blocks. LeBron is definitely good, and he can pick up his spots. He's also 40. Them as a team defensively have been outstanding the last 20 games, and at the end of the day, again, using the same argument you used, are you seriously going to tell me that you figured this team out after 2 games? I can sit here and I like the Nuggets victory, but I even told, because I have a couple Lakers fans that listen to my shit, I even said, at the end of the day, I want the Lakers to win and I want them to do good. But when it comes to the Lakers, I have to see what they do in the 5-game stretch against the Timberwolves, the Clippers, and, I'm having a fucking brain fart. Timberwolves, Clippers, and, Mavericks. They play the Mavericks tomorrow. So, this is what I said. I have to see what happens in these 5 games, right? I have to see what happens. And so far, they played well. They beat the Nuggets. So they got 4 games left. So if they end up winning, and let's say they go 2-2 with this 4-game stretch, I'm going to feel a little confident in the team, right? If they go 3-1 in this 4-game stretch, I'm going to feel like they definitely can get to the Western Conference Finals. And if they go 4-0, they can get to the finals. But I don't think they're going to go 4-0 against these teams. But anything could happen. Anything could happen. I feel like Luka's going to go off on the Mavericks for sure. So when it comes to even my fucking shit, I look at this and be like, you know what? I know that the Lakers beat the Nuggets, but I still don't feel like it's enough for me to just say, hey, Lakers are on top. They're ready to go. I think they're great, and it definitely made me feel a little better about them. But I have to see what they do in these next 4 games against really good teams. And if they're able to come out on top most of these games, then not. So if they go 3-1 or even 4-0, I feel like, yeah, they can get to Western Conference Finals or Finals. But if they go 2-2, I say, oh, they're a good playoff team, but I gotta see more. They end up facing the Knicks and the Celtics later next month, and I gotta see what they do there too. But for you to turn around and say, oh, but I figured it out after 2 games against the Jazz and the Hornets, okay, nice, that's great. So again, this guy does not care to watch basketball. The only thing he cares to do is complain about a guy that he doesn't like and try to find any narrative that will work for him to push that narrative. That's it.
And of course, versus the Jazz, a terrible NBA team, they had lapse after lapse in Utah.
Here's Collins. Little bounce pass, JC. Had a jumper, gave it away. Back inside, Walker, 1 bounce. He turned the 6-game winning streak, Hachimura. How about that blow by? Collier.
So of course, watching that defense right there, I mean, getting beat left, right, transition.
Bro, I could show you a whole game. I talked about this, where the Lakers defense was outstanding against one of the best teams in the league. And you're going to show me lackluster clips of them being defensively lax against a team that they probably didn't even really want to play against. And that's no excuse. You should take every team seriously, every game seriously. I get all that. I'm just saying, really? Really? You're going to say that's it? See? This is a bad defensive team. You're a joke of a creator. I'm going to say this as nicely as I possibly can. You're a joke of your creator, and that's all I can say. Like, you don't know basketball. You don't care to watch it. Like, your comment section is just probably filled with people who don't watch basketball as well. This is insane. Insane.
Falling asleep here, not looking for help there, just a comedy of errors and Swiss cheese defense. And look, when it comes to championship teams, the great teams of the past decade, all these teams were at least average on defense. This Lakers team, even with Anthony Davis, ranks 16th in defensive rating. So taking Davis away, that gap, that vacuum, is going to be filled by Luka, Reeves, or LeBron James. So in terms of championship...
Hold on. So you're just telling... They were ranked 16th in Anthony Davis when Anthony Davis was there. But in the last 20 games, they were the 3rd best defensive rating team. Now they're 13th. They're 13th. So not only have they gotten better, even with Davis being gone, they've gotten better. But they've been the 3rd best in the last 20 games. So, again, you don't know what you're talking about. You looked up numbers to fit your narrative, and you're not going to talk about the numbers that probably go against it.
Hopes this team on defense, they really have no chance in my eyes at this very moment.
And keep in mind, this was uploaded 3 days ago. So I understand he's not talking about the Nuggets game, but that defensive rating did not go to 13th in the last 3 days. I promise you that.
Creative than Jordan Clarkson just does a nice job finding Kessler.
Ball tapped out. Doncic takes on LaMelo. He's getting ready to do a step back for 3. Oh, hands it off to Williams.
Well, but Jazz needs some X factors in this game.
Nice cut inside. Clarkson fouled. That was Tijan Salon. LaMelo. He shot put with that trade tee that never went through. There's a shot inside. No. Under 2 minutes.
Is this your entire video? You're just taking clips of 2 separate games of defensive lapses and saying this is their defense? This is it? Seriously? Seriously? This is your entire video? This guy's a fucking joke.
Shot clock at 5. On its way. It is.
And once again, looking at that Utah game, the Lakers defense, it's like a sinking ship. There's tons of holes, you can't plug all of them. You plug one, another hole opens up. Plug that hole, another one opens up. And of course, basketball being a team game, defense being the ultimate team aspect of basketball, when you have guys in the perimeter like LeBron, Luka, and Reeves, and they break down defensively, guys in the paint at the rim have it much, much harder covering for those guys and their mistakes. And looking at this Jazz team, they don't have some dominant paint presence, just dominating the rim and the basket. This year, Utah, they ranked 29th out of 30 teams in field goals made in the paint and at the rim. And despite that versus Lakers, they shot 85% at the rim. That tells me two things. The Lakers' bigs on defense are absolutely atrocious, but also watching the film, those bigs who should be at the rim protecting the basket have to come out, help on this, help on that, and really overhelp, leaving the rim wide open. And of course, come playoff time, facing guys like a Davis, Sengun, or Jokic, and those guys versus the Lakers are going to feast in an all-time great series.
3, Clarkson controls the handle again.
That's cool. Jokic had 7 shot attempts. Jokic was swarmed. Jokic was swarmed. So, I just find that kind of funny. It's a little funny. You say that these bigs are just going to have feast days. And don't get me wrong, there's probably going to be games where Jokic is going to eat. Never going to think that Jokic is only going to ever have 7 shot attempts in a game. That's not going to happen, even with JJ's game plan to make sure he's secured. I get all that. But they still held the Nuggets to 100. And again, I know that I'm arguing a game that you haven't saw. I get that. I understand that. But you're using 2 games? 2 games? So I get to use 1. I get to use 1. Why not? You get to use 2 games instead you figured them all out. I get to use 1 because you're not even using the game that they won against the Jazz. You're not even using that one. You're using the 2 games that they lost. So if you want to use the 2 games that they lost and say, therefore, I know the Lakers are trash, I can use the game that they just beat that shit out of the Nuggets and beat their ass where the Nuggets never led once in the entire game. And I can say, you know what? I get to make all my critique on you with that 1 game that you haven't seen. And you know what? I didn't tell you to make this video. You can sit there and you can cry and you can be like, well, that doesn't matter because that game came after my video. You decided to make this video when they only played 3 games. That was on you. You decided to do that. No one told you to do that. You decided that the Lakers were a terrible fucking team defensively 3 games into Luka's career, and you decided that you probably thought that they were going to get blown out by the Nuggets so you could just drop this 3 days ago and it'll be okay. So that's on you. That's on you. You don't watch basketball. You don't care about basketball. You care about pushing the narrative. If you watch basketball, you cared about basketball, you would have waited to talk about this video until a couple weeks down the line. I literally told people that watch me, I'm not a big-time creator. I'm a small-time creator. I'm trying to blow up. I appreciate everybody that likes, comments, and subscribes. But when it comes to my content, I even said I will give my formal opinion on whether or not I think the Lakers can go far after the 5-game stretch they're about to have. Right now, I feel like they're a good playoff team. I don't know if they have enough even after beating the Nuggets. But after these 5 games, I will give a more stronger opinion on that after I watch, because I'm able to watch I can watch the Mavericks one and I can watch the Clippers one. I can watch those 2 and I can watch the highlights of the Timberwolves one and the highlights of the second Clippers one. But after watching those 2 games and looking at the box score and looking at the other 2 games highlights, I can come to a more stronger conclusion. And I told them I'd drop a video next Tuesday about a stronger conclusion on how I feel. But you're sitting here talking about how you feel that the Lakers are trash because you watched 2 games where they lost. Cool.
Against Luka, inside out, Walker's there, reverse it, put it back. JC drives, glass, put it back.
Barbecue chicken alert. Barbecue chicken alert.
Jazz have been doing a pretty decent job in closing out on 3-point shooters.
Walker back cut.
2s, one after another.
Lakers have hit 15 of 37, 41%.
So the Lakers right there getting dominated in the paint at the rim. I mean, it's nothing new in the post-Davis era. And also one big-time concern is guys like Ant, SJ, and John Morant, who do a ton of damage in the paint, getting past LeBron, Luka, and Reeves with ease. Those 2 big-time factors, no perimeter defense or paint defense, the Lakers, in my mind, are a pretender and not a contender. If they weren't wearing that purple and gold, everyone would kind of see that, understand that, and not hype them up to the nth degree.
It's 2 games. Holy fuck. Like, I like LeBron. I got him on my wall. But this would be the equivalent if I made a video after the Nuggets and talked about how the Lakers are a championship contender. They're going to win it all. I went off on how the Lakers played great, and I loved it. And I said the Lakers are scary. They're a scary team, and I think they can go far. I got to see what they do in the next few games. But damn, they're a scary team, and damn, did they do good against the Nuggets. That's what I said. That's all I said. Why? Because it's one game. You watched 2 games, and you said, yeah, they're a pretender. They can't contend whatsoever. 2 games? Oh, my God.
In these next 30 games of the Lakers, I think one thing we're going to learn very, very quickly is Anthony Davis for this team covered up a lot of their mistakes and defensive flaws. As for guys like Reeves and LeBron James, they just kind of fall asleep.
That's not even true because they had a good defensive rating. They were ranked 3rd without AD. He did not play most of those games. Oh, my God.
Take breaks on defense and really go AWOL. With Davis on the floor in the lineup, you can afford to do that. With Luka Doncic, that margin for defensive error is really, really thin. Now, looking past the Lakers' abysmal defense, we have their offense. The big-time question here, will LeBron James relinquish the reins, give Luka Doncic the ball, let him be Luka?
No. LeBron, 40 years of age. Reeves right back to LeBron, little 2-man game. James, LeBron against Markkanen.
So are we not going to talk about the fact that not only did Luka have... I'm curious. We can't talk about it. He didn't see the game. Because he doesn't care about basketball. He didn't see the game. We can't talk about the fact that Luka had more shot attempts than anyone else on the team. Show me. Had more shot attempts than anyone else on the team. But we can't talk about that. We're not allowed to talk about that. No, let's not talk about that. Because I'm not going to watch that. I'm going to talk about how Luka... yeah, see? 22. He had the most shot attempts than anyone else on the entire team. But we can't talk about that because I didn't watch that. Why didn't I watch that? Because I just assumed they'd get blown out. Because I don't like the Lakers. I don't like LeBron, really. Really, I probably didn't start talking about the Lakers until LeBron went there. I bet if we went to this guy's channel and searched every video, we would find that, but that would take a while, so I'm not going to do that. But I bet you we would. I didn't talk about the Lakers until LeBron got there, but actually I just don't like the Lakers. Luka's not going to be able to shine at all, because LeBron's definitely going to hold him back. What a child, bro. You're a child. You are a child. You're a baby boo-boo baby. That's what you are. You're a baby boo-boo.
Walker jumps out on LeBron deep. 3 is up and out. Don Collins. Before mentioned Williams. LeBron taking his time. Back and in. Here comes LeBron. He spins. Goes the other way. Williams really stayed with.
A lot of plays versus the Jazz, Luka Doncic, just kind of standing in the corner, not involved, and really out of the offensive scene. Look, once again, it's only been 2 games, but it's a lot of your turn, my turn, more so than a cohesive duo.
He admits it's only been 2 games with 2 minutes left in his video. Crazy how that works, huh?
And a great offensive tandem. Again, it's only 2 games. Luka is restricted, not playing 30-35 minutes per game. But in the minutes he's played, I've seen more negative signs concerning things than actual positive things for Lakers being a championship contender.
So I'm going to give you multiple reasons why me speaking like so confidently after 2 games is kind of ridiculous because Luka is restricted to minutes. He's coming off a calf injury and it's only 2 games. But I still think the Lakers are garbage and doo-doo and poo-poo.
And once again, the LeBron-Luka dynamic, it being a your turn, my turn thing, for the postseason, not the greatest thing in the world. When LeBron was successful, he had Wade and Kyrie, who were active off-ball players. Of course, Luka made the finals, the exact same thing with Kyrie, being an active off-ball player. Both LeBron and Luka are not active off-ball players. Will they play off-ball? Yes, anyone can. But being active off-ball is a much different thing than being disengaged without the basketball. So that right there is the end of the video, and I'll say one last thing. In regards to a great duo, having talent
I need to do my set again.
Required.
I need to work
but
out
for a lot
again.
of those what makes them great, makes them over the top, is those 2 players' skill sets complementing each other and working in harmony. Luka and LeBron's game is so similar, so much overlap, it's almost redundant. What you look for in a duo is skill sets that complement each other. For example, Jokic and Murray. These 2 guys, it's a little big combo, pick and roll all day, jump shots in the paint, they're versatile, can really do anything together, and their chemistry is otherworldly. Those 2 players, individuals, of course, Jokic, the best player in the world, but Jamal Murray, you know, a fringe all-star at best.
Guy's so
Jamal
full
and Jokic
of it that I had to
LeBron
work
James
out.
for raw talent, they don't stack up. But those two guys together are a better overall duo than LeBron and Luka. And of course, why that is, Jokic and Murray complement each other much better than LeBron and Luka. As always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.
By the way, I know that I was looking like I wasn't listening to him. I was. Just didn't feel like pausing again because I knew he was going to say something fucking stupid, and he did. So he talked about Jamal Murray and Jokic complement each other, but Luka and LeBron are just not going to do that. We said the same thing about Luka and Kyrie, and they went to the finals. Like, and he kind of hinted at, like, the defensive rating a little bit, trying to make it seem like, oh, you know, at the end of the day, the defensive rating. I'm pretty sure the Nuggets' defensive rating wasn't even that good, and they won a championship. I'm pretty sure it was, like, 11th. The Lakers are 13th, and they won a championship. The Mavericks, I know sure as hell wasn't good. I'm pretty sure they were 13th as well, and they went to the finals. Like, I'm done. I'm so done with this creator. Let's go ahead and look at these comments real quick. Lakers should have traded Bron to the moment they got Luka. Never ever should I see LeBron shooting contested threes while Luka waits for the ball. Again, if you watch the game, it would make sense. 800 likes, guys. 800 likes. 800 people looked at this comment and said, yep, 800 people don't watch basketball. So many people don't watch basketball. Oh my God. Why? Why are you guys so confident in talking about a game you don't watch? I don't understand that. Can you help me understand that? He's doing it again, turning a superstar into a premier role player. Again, what do you mean? Where's your evidence? I don't have it. LeBron makes his teammates better, says LeBron Jock Sniffers. LeBron taking 2 game-tying shots against the Hornets instead of Luka is madness, especially that first look. Always make the right play, my ass. Again, watch the game. Look at the box score. You would understand. You don't. You guys don't watch basketball. You guys don't watch basketball. Fuck! Oh my God. This is probably my last time reacting to this creator. Unless he actually brings up, like, anything else. Maybe on, like, fun days, if I want to just spurg out a little bit, I'll bring him up. But other than that, this guy is... I want to say mean words. Childish. This guy is childish. This guy's childish and immature. But that's going to be the end of this video, guys. If you like my content, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if there's anything you want me to react to, and I will do so. I know that this reaction to his video was longer. The last one that I reacted to was definitely long than my reactions usually are. But, you know, sometimes you just got to pop out and show niggas, you know. Shout out Kendrick. But that's going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. If you have anything else you want me to react to, please let me know in the comment section. But until next time, friends. Love you. See you. Peace out.